Welcome to Business Minute with Lily Lopez, presented by the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Today we are at Beat Cultural Brewery and Kitchen. I learned the name. I can't believe it because it's such a nice name. And with us is Alan Espino, who is the brother of Dan Espino, a board member of the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. But he's an entrepreneur, and he runs this beautiful place. And today we're having our holiday Christmas lunch where we gather and collect thousands of toys. Actually, sometimes it's 900,000 toys for financially disadvantaged children of Centro Mater. And I think this time we're going to do more than ever. Believe it or not, I think instead of 900 toys, we're going to get over 1,000. So we're very, very happy because people have really stepped up to the plate to do it. But hosting this lunch today is Alan, and the show is about you, Alan, and the brewery. Tell me, how did you start? When did you start? And how did this all come about?
Sure. It all started about 10 years ago, like the inception. So I'm a former microbiologist. I worked in pathology, infectious disease research, and newborn babies' congenital malformations.
That's a big change.
Yeah, it was a big change. So what really got me interested in really this business is the science behind it. So I remember in microbiology class when we started covering yeast, the metabolic processes of it, I was just enamored. I still get goosebumps talking about it because it's so complex. It's like an alien life making alcohol. It's insane. So that was really the inception of it. Fast forward, trying to raise capital. Our parents are immigrants, much like a lot of folks here. We don't come from money, so sourcing the investors, all that, it took a good amount of time, and then eventually, through friends and family, 23 friends and family, they were smart enough or dumb enough, it depends on how you look at it, to invest in myself, my brother, and Eric, which is our head brewer.
Your scientific world, you enjoy more being an entrepreneur?
Do I enjoy it more? Absolutely, because it blurs the line between work and play, but definitely more stressful. Because this is my baby, so when something bad happens, or it hurts, right? And when something good happens, it's amazing. So the highs are high, the lows are low, but it's incredibly rewarding to work with, much like organizations like yourself, what you contribute to the community. Just to be a little bit a part of that, it's kind of humbling. Yeah.
Exactly. And how has the pandemic affected you? I mean, have you been able? I know you've been able to survive, but your sales are down. What percentage?
Yeah, so the biggest impact, much like a lot of the industry, is the food service, like the actual on-site consumption, which, we have a 240 seater, we have second floor, so it's the dynamic, the culture that we try to promote here. It was a bit compromised because we just aren't allowed to have as many people as we're allowed to. All people just aren't comfortable. However, you can't let a tragedy go to waste, I suppose. Or we increased our distribution, so we're going throughout the whole state. We're entering Puerto Rico, so it's.
So we should be doing an event one time in Puerto Rico soon, right? When all of this is over.
Let's do it. I would love to. I want to go over there. Our distributor keeps on inviting us. Give me an excuse to go. Tell me when.
Let's do it. We'll do a group.
Hell yeah, that'll be great. Yeah.
So thank you so much for being today on a Business Minute with Lily Lopez. It's the restaurant edition, which we like to do at least once a month. And now I'm going to turn this over to Yendi Alvarez for 90 seconds of tech, and happy holidays to everyone.
Hi, this is Yendi for 90 Seconds of Tech at the Beat Culture Brewery and Kitchen in Miami, Florida with Alan Espino, the owner of this place. We're going to talk a little bit about the technology of making beer. Tell me, how you doing today?
Good. I'm Alan. I'm one of the co-owners. Also behind me is Eric, our head brewer, also one of the owners here. So we're manufacturing at the end of the day. So when people think of Miami, they don't typically think of manufacturing, and beer is exactly that. The difference is, we make alcoholic beverages. So we do it all here. So we source as much product as we can locally. Things just aren't grown in Florida. Hops, malted barley, it just doesn't grow in Florida. But our fruit and little things like chocolate and coffee that we throw into our beer, it all comes local. And what you see behind us, all these are fermentation vessels. So once we mill down the grain, we steep it in water, hot water. We extract all that sugar, and then we introduce yeast to it. So then the yeast eats up all that sugar, converting it into alcohol and CO2. And then this back here, it's where all the fermentation happens. So each one of those tanks could potentially be a different product. We're also a licensed winery, so we also make honey wine, so mead. Whereas, what Vikings drink, all that. I guess our take is a little different. It's about 14% alcohol with fruit added to it. So it's a little bit different than what most people are used to. So we do traditional beers like your Vienna Lager, Pilsner, to a little bit more eccentric things like sour passion fruit, mango, Guava Pastelito beers, and sky's the limit. So we're always having fun. Because we're small batch, we're able to create something unique and make something new, and then maybe never make it again, or maybe make it again if you want. So we get to have fun a lot.
Now, talk to me about your product. Does it ship worldwide? Does it ship nationwide? Are you ready for that phase yet? Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure, yeah. We're definitely not worldwide and not nationwide. So right now we're available in Miami-Dade, West Palm, Broward, Orlando, and Tampa. Starting actually, hopefully next Thursday, we're going to be available statewide and entering the Puerto Rico market as well. So our cans and some of our bottles and our kegs for restaurant and that level of hospitality.
What would you recommend I drink?
Okay, so I'll start with my favorite beer. Eric did an exceptional job, and it's a rice lager. So rice makes it a little bit softer, a little bit more delicate, and it's just so easy to drink. It's sake-san. So it's a take on Japanese rice lagers, but with a little bit of our Miami touch to it. And if you want something with a little bit more character, our Guava Pastelito, which the inception was, let's create this Cuban staple into a beer, and that's what it is. So guava, vanilla, almost like a pastry, but at 7.5% alcohol. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alan, for your time. I'm really excited. I encourage everyone out there to come out and try Beat Culture Brewery and Kitchen. You got some Cubans running it, so that helps. For 90 Seconds of Tech, this is Yendi reminding you to stay happy.